I just want to read this quote from a person that spent over 30 years incarcerated. And it goes like this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we consciously give others people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. I thought that was a quote that carries a lot of weight about being brilliant and the impact that we have on others when we are released from our own fears. It's probably the only true impact we have on on ourselves by understanding how brilliant we are. And the problem with success within yourself that success, if you can say that every day and one day wake up and you start acting accordingly to that, you've succeeded. You can have all the money in the world, you can have all the power, you can have everything that you think that you need for yourself to show others that you're better than others. You can, you can have it all. You can have it all from a material point of view, but if you don't like yourself and if you're not working on yourself, then you're not going to feel worthy for what you got. You won't appreciate it. You won't value it if you don't understand that true success is brilliance within each and every one of us, because we are brilliant, and that's not being arrogant. Um, a lot of well, I was going to say a lot of people. I won't say a lot of people. I do hear that it's spoken about where, oh, don't get too big for your boots, or settle it down a bit. Be grateful for what you got. Don't get beside yourself. Oh, you can never be like that. Oh, don't be silly. Don't talk like that. Oh, that's dumb. Oh, no, you can't do that. Um, don't start putting yourself too far out there. You might get your head knocked off. And there's so many people, because they too don't operate on on that opinion of brilliance. And it goes beyond an opinion of brilliance. You talk to people with low self-esteem or people that can't process their emotional turmoil because of blame. They're just off the mark to do it. You speak to anybody that's lost within themselves because they haven't arrived at their accountability if they want to move beyond that. And yeah, it's hopeless. It's victim. It's struggle town. I've lived it. I've lived in these environments where the social setting in these areas and these environments have struggled with. I'm not saying people, we shouldn't have housing estates and stuff like that because it helps people, but you put yourself there. That's what um, you're worthy of. If you were worthy of anything different, you wouldn't be living there. You would do something about it. And not just in housing estates, poor in attitude um, also. And you talk to somebody who, likes themselves, has worked hard at learning things, and they don't always blame other people, and they're pretty independent, and they have a go. They're not whinging and bitching about why they don't believe that they are brilliant. They just do the job. But the brilliance does come from God. If you read the scriptures and you understand the scriptures, God's great. That's it. There's no doubting God. All this positive affirmation and brilliance, it's all, we're talking about the solid God. There's no doubt in Him. There's nothing. It's very accurate. So that's where the brilliance derives from. It's and Jesus spoke about that, and that's how we've been created in that image. And when we don't understand that, or we don't act upon that, then we're not being completely respectful to the person who made us, our Father, and He's not like that. It states, it's confidence, it's all knowing with God. There's no doubt. So it's very important to have that in one's mind as somewhere where a person would like to aspire to. And uh, the way I did it, I don't know if this will work for others, but I worked hard. I worked hard and taken that not just professionally, emotionally. I worked really hard, and yeah, didn't make any excuses for it. Um, I actually thought I was faking it until I made it, but I realised it's uh, it's what God wants in the world. This is my job. So even if I did fake it until I made it, or even if I whatever the reason was, how I got there, and it's completely about a good self-esteem and self-worth, and it's not arrogance, nor is it having your head up your ass. The people who say that are the people that don't like themselves, or they don't understand God. It's it's not that. It's it's understanding the value you have to others, and the value that you have to yourself and to the rest of the world. So, like, how do we come from having no self-esteem or not much self-esteem, or overcome like things like embarrassment, or overcoming what people think of us, or overcoming emerging to liking ourselves and being confident in ourselves? Well, I remember back to the days when I didn't think much at all when I was a child, and I just keep going back there. If I start struggling, I talk about things which I found paramount. But I do remember a time in my life as a child where I didn't have any. Um, the devil wasn't infected in me as much as it got infected in me around the age of through 15 onwards. And it's raising the bar when you work on your own self-worth, and the way I created my self-worth. It was a really slow process. It didn't happen overnight. It it took a long time, and it's still um, work in progress today. But the more that I work, and the more I mature, I'm starting to bear the fruits of it all. It's taken a long time. I am brilliant. You're brilliant. You're so brilliant. It's phenomenal how brilliant you are. You can do anything that you want in your life. Anything. There's nothing that you cannot do. You have the power to overcome any blockages that you want to falsely believe that is going to stop you to create anything that you want. True greatness is knowing that and acting on it. There's one thing knowing the power and your own brilliance and your own love, but it's another to help levitate others if they're in need of anything that you say to a better level. That's a whole different realm doing it. Talk's cheap. That's why people in struggle, uh, most of them, that's all they do is talk. They don't act. They don't believe that they're worthy of anything other than struggle. When you can start challenging, and that's another thing I did, I challenged it. Any thought that was negative in my head, I said, come on, you want to take me on? Fucking let's go. The negativity become the biggest fight in my life. That is, or was, my enemy. That negative mother effer who used to attack me and tell me I wasn't good enough, I'll never be anything, I'm not worthy. It was all bullshit. And if anything is coming in your mind, and if you don't stand up to it or do something about it, it's not going to go away until something happens. You do something about it. You do something about it and it will change. You don't do anything about it. Let's go be there tomorrow. Let's go be there the next day. It'll be there the day after. And that is not liking yourself. Not liking yourself is settling for the voices within you which are negative and bullshit. If you don't try to evaluate these voices, and we're all going to do it differently. Like my process worked for me. If you want to get out of struggle, you're going to have to find out that works for you. But they are the road blocks. 100% they are the road blocks. And they keep you on the down low. And it is the devil. Just getting back to the guy that wrote that, he did that for his inaugural speech when he was sworn in to be the president of South Africa. We can all be a Nelson Mandela. He told us that, and it's true. It's only you that does not believe that. For the good of the world, don't stay in that belief. Have a good day.